So, this cage I've had for about a month or so now, and I feel it's time to talk about it and give you my opinion on, is this cage actually worth it? But, spoiler alert, you need this cage. Let's get into it. So what's going on, guys? My name's Jason Morris. I hope you're all doing well. Just be sure to like and subscribe to my channel because a lot of people aren't subscribed to my channel and they're watching my videos. So I'd really appreciate it if you could, give it a nice little cheeky like and click on that subscribe button. That would be absolutely amazing. First off, the cage looks sexy. It is a beast, and yeah, it's very customizable. It's awesome for the A7S III. I mean, Tilta obviously does for a whole bunch of other camera companies as well, and camera models, but they're a fantastic company. They offer just so much variety when it comes to this, not just in cages, but a whole bunch of other different products and little bips and bobs and stuff that you can attach to the cage. It's great. It is a little bit pricey, but we'll get into the little bit of nitty-gritty specs into this video anyway. Now, why did I buy this cage? Well, because, I needed cage, and this one actually seemed to be the best one that I could find in terms of hugging the A7S III, connecting to it really nicely, having a few other options, but mainly it was actually some of the attachment points, but I'll get into that in a sec. Now the cage fits very well in the A7S III, and it comes with 7 1/4 inch mounts on the top, 14 on the right hand side, and 3 on the left hand side, and 9 on the bottom. Now it also has a top and left side NATO rail, which I'll explain after, and an Arri Rosettes Mount, I'll explain that as well, and 3/4 mount on the top on the right hand side. It has the 2 lanyard mounts on either side of the cage. It has 2 cold shoes, one on the top and one on the, side quarter thing. And it also has a rod mounting hole at the front, potentially for follow focus systems. Now, Tilta offers 3 different handles that you can actually pair with this one, and I've opted for the quick release handle. Mainly so when I want to place this on a gimbal, it's very easy to switch between the both. I can just quickly unscrew it, clip it out, boom. I can have a full gimbal setup, or I can have a run and gun setup. It purely depends on how you shoot, but that's how I shoot. I felt that one was actually quite handy. Now, one of the biggest things about the handle is it screws into the top as well, into the correct location. It gives you much more assurance that it's actually connected into that cold shoe mount, which is super, super handy. Some handles screw in with Allen keys, but they're not obviously detachable really fast. So this one is probably the best design, as apart from, the full attachment ones. Now the handle itself actually has 1 cold shoe mount on the front and 1 cold shoe mount on the back, and it's got tons of different mounting points on it, 1/4 20, and also 3/4 mounts as well. Now the brilliant thing about one of the front mounts is that it has like a little safety lock thing. So it is absolutely awesome when you're actually mounting an expensive monitor on top and you're afraid that it's just not tight enough. A little screw thing at the bottom where it sort of screws in. Sometimes they do come loose, sometimes they're not great. This thing has this little clip. It's so good. Now there are also 2 different side handles which you can actually get, and I actually haven't got myself because I don't really use side handles myself, but they are very handy, and one of them is actually a smart handle where you can actually link up the Tilta Nucleus follow focus system. Now that is cool. You can put a SONY NPF battery into it, and you've actually got the focus system with your wheel. That is cool. I'm actually thinking about getting that because now I've got 3 anamorphic lenses that I'm actually going to be pairing with my A7S III. So I'm really excited. Well, obviously they're manual focus lenses, so that's going to be really handy. But it's also got the Rosettes Mount. Now this is quite popular in the professional world. I think it was designed by Arri. I think that's why I call it an Arri rosette. But this allows you to slightly adjust the angle of your mounting item, and it locks it in very, very nicely with like a little metal teeth on there. And the great thing is it prevents it from swiveling around when it's sort of locked in. It doesn't actually need a second screwing point and only just that single screw point. Now the other 3/4 mount is on the top, and that was actually included in the top here where there's a 1/4 screw mount there, but it's got a built-in adapter just in case you actually want to take it out or put it back in. So that is really, really cool. Okay, so now the Nato route. Now Nato gives you a few different mounting options. It is pretty much designed for quick mounting. It's really, really good, and not just for quick mounting, but mounting in slightly different locations. So you've got a full rail which you can slide your mount across and then lock it in wherever you need to lock it in. So it's brilliant. Some brands come out with Nato mount handles, which can be very, very handy. Magic arms can also be compatible with this. There's a whole bunch of different options when it comes to the Nato rail. It just makes it a lot quicker when you go from tripod and fully kitted out to like a handheld or a gimbal smaller setup. Now the other piece of equipment is really great that doesn't come with it, but this is what I've also got from Tilta, and this is the matte box. Now this isn't 100% necessary, but when I'm going to be shooting anamorphics, it's really necessary because if you guys know, anamorphics has anamorphic flares. Sometimes it does become a bit overbearing and you don't want anamorphic flares, but you want the anamorphic characteristics that the lens shows. And this French flag here at the top will help block out the sun and stop you from getting some of those flares. But you can also drop in ND filters into this, which are rectangular shape straight into here. And obviously you can stop down the image and create a bit of neutral density. So that is really cool. You can put obviously other filters in there as well. But this also has a few 1/4 mounts at the top and also a couple of 3/4 mounts at the top as well. So it is quite handy to have. But unfortunately I don't have the filters, so I can't really show you because they are really, really expensive. I just use my normal ND filters, which you can still use screwing into this thing. So the way you attach it is you put this, screw it onto the lens front, and this essentially just attaches directly into here, locks into place. It's as simple as that. So, so good. The French flag, like I said, is the biggest feature of that I really, really wanted, so I can stop lens flares. Even with your normal lenses, you know, some lens flares you don't want in your image. So French flag at the top is really good for that. Now in the box you actually do get a 67mm filter thread, which is what I use, or you've also got the 72, 77 and 82mm filter thread as well. Now overall, I'm super happy with the Tilta cage and even the Tilta matte box. I'm super happy with the high quality build, and you know, I definitely recommend the Tilta cage and the matte box separately or together. It's up to you, but the Tilta cage for the A7S III, hands down in my opinion, is the best cage you can buy. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give that old thumbs up, that would be absolutely amazing. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you already haven't, and yeah, camera conspiracies. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's get it.